Sounds like a really boring story.
No, essential.
Why is it? How's it essential?
Because it's a really short story, so it's easy to remember, and it's about consent.
That word is, I think, mostly overrated.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Nope. Oh, my music's not on. We have the music on now, Liz. There you go. I thought it would sound a bit weird. Much more interesting. Hey everybody, good evening. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for coming and joining us on this fine Monday evening. Apart from it's not fine. It's absolutely bogging outside.
I love it.
We have a amber weather warning in our area for rainfall on the fucking, what is it, the 8th of July. Midsummer, amber weather warning for rainfall. Big bad Daddy John McCardle and his multiple screens of goodness on his profile picture. Thank you so much for 20 gifted, kicking us off straight away. We're well behind after last week. Well behind. I looked at the YouTube numbers this week and I was like, this is the actual face I pulled. Wasn't a great face. Thanks, John. Love you. John's in sunny England now.
I know.
Not so sunny England. So, yeah. If you've just been gifted a membership by Mr. John McCardle, please make sure you say thank you to Mr. John. Say thank you, Mr. John. And then you can ! Discord. Get yourself in the Discord server. That was a bit loud, wasn't it? Get yourself in the Discord server. Come and hang out because you've now got access to all the Discord threads. So come and hang out in Discord. And then when I finally get this next saga up, it will happen. I have issues downloading it today. It will happen. As soon as I get this next saga up, you'll get early access to the saga as well. Simply because you're a Skull tier member. You also, if you look in Discord and you are a Skull tier member, you get an additional 5% discount on everything in the merch store. We're starting to slowly but surely build a beautiful array of comical t-shirts based on 40k. It was warm when I was here in November. I don't think that's true, is it? I think you're lying there, mate. I'll be honest. Vlad, thank you for 5 gifted. We just do this for the night.
Well, I've accidentally done my hobby.
Oh, I do love talking head streams, but I do have hobby to do as well.
Yeah, all my hobby needs the sewing machine, and it's loud.
Yeah, don't bring that in here.
Yeah, so I'll do it on
all
Wednesday.
all you'll do is you'll see me let, and you'll hear in the background. That's all you'll hear.
They are loud.
They are loud, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Vlad, so much. Johnny, you coming and hang out tomorrow? I don't know if you're coming or not. So I have to give you individual instructions as to how to and which car park to get to. He was going to go to Warhammer World today, and his flight was delayed.
It's very helpful when that happens.
Yeah. Very helpful. Not like we pay lots of money for flight. Anyway, this is irrelevant. How have you all been? I hope you've had a great weekend. I hope you've had a mostly relaxing weekend. We kind of... has it been alright? It's been alright. Has it been alright? I kind of took Saturday off. That was a nice change. Did nothing. Carried on catching up with the boys. I've got 2 episodes left of season 3 before I can start season 4, which is the current season, and I'm almost up to date. Great series.
I don't like it.
No, you don't like anything gory anyway.
It's not even the gory bits. It's just I have an issue with how much sex is on TV now.
That was 1 episode.
Oh, but it was so it was so like, I don't know,
1
it's
episode.
just vulgar. It gets to a point where you're like, did we need to see that? The inference was there. We didn't need to see it. It's not porn. Oh, there's too much sex on TV. I can't do it.
I mean, they sing about it in the Family Guy song.
Yeah, but there's no actual sex on Family Guy.
And hosepipe ban in Cumbria. No rain in 2 days.
Thank you, Dave, for the 2. You're a legend. I think I can turn this down a little bit more as well. There we go. Yeah, they sing about it on Family Guy, don't they? Violence in movies and sex on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a great episode. I don't know what this is whinging about.
Do you not think that there's now, like... I can't decide if it's just lazy writing that they have to put dicks and boobs on all of it because it's lazy writing, or are we just so desensitized to intimacy
I'm going to be honest with you, the amount of sex on TV at the moment compared to other things that are on TV is not my biggest concern. Yes, it was Hero-gasm. It was that episode. It was the exact episode Lucy's talking about. Maybe don't watch Gen V. Anywho, I am here to do some hobby tonight, so depending on how this goes, I could pull out my box at any time and do some hobbying. Because I finally got the bug again Absolutely finally got the bug again. Got the urge to do some hobbying, do some building, even doing some painting. We're not there yet. So I bought myself a spearhead, and I finally got the urge to actually do some spearhead hobbying again, which is amazing. I did it in a day off actually. Strictly, I was doing it. I was like, oh, this feels good. So after 2 or 3 weeks, I've been like, I don't want a hobby. I don't really want to do anything. I finally got that bug back, and I feel like part of it is because the faction that I've picked sings to me from a multitude of different angles, which is quite nice. But so I might do some of that. But otherwise, you can let us know what you've been up to at the weekend. Let me know what your weekend was like. Titans had the secondary bug on their stream on Saturday. There is some glitch in the system. I'm not surprised. Morley Hammer, thank you for the one gifted. Up to 26 people, you beautiful human being. Bruce don't watch Game of Thrones. She's never watched Game of Thrones. Great TV series.
I did.
You've not watched the whole thing through, though.
The episode that I had to walk out the room on was Joffrey, and he had 2 or 3 prostitutes in his chambers?
Yeah.
And then they just beat each other to death.
Until he killed them with crossbows, I think.
Like, really?
Watch Gen Z before season 4.
Tough wank. Thank you, Brett, for the 2. Tough wank. Thank you, Moddy, for the one gifted as well. You're a hero. Hi, Liam. Hope you're well. We're doing well. Feeling pretty good. Had Saturday to chill out. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I was at the point just when I turned the camera on where I said to Lisa, I was like, I could actually just go to bed right now. Quite happily just go to bed.
Yeah,
I'm a bit weary at the moment. I think the weather's doing it.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it was sunny outside, you'd be like, get the barbecue out.
Yeah. So, Saturday was actually a chill day for a change, and I needed a little bit of a reset day, which was quite nice. Yesterday was gym in the morning, lunch with your dad and stepmother for the youngest's birthday, delayed from Thursday, which was like an hour and 20-minute drive away, and then home for a chilled evening, catching up on the boys. And then this morning was gym, followed by going over to the studio to start building the AOS stream setup, of which there are other bugs as well, but we're getting there. I reckon I will have the AOS stream setup and scoreboard working by 7:30 tomorrow night. And if I don't, I have to come up with some very different content for tomorrow night. No pressure. No pressure at all. But you say. It remains a beautiful day. It's all right. I had a wonderful weekend. I asked my missus, what do you need me for? She said open jars and stuff. It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, jars need opening.
Not bad.
Especially if it's like the jam jar lid and the jam has gone around a rim. So not only is it tight, but it's now jammed shut. Then you need to open the jar. Just
tap, 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 open. War Master also said, my weekend consisted of going to see AC/DC in London. I bet that was incredible. Have I seen them? I don't think I've seen AC/DC. I'm on holiday at the moment. I had a wonderful lazy weekend. Sounds incredible. My weekend was Thursday to yesterday. Sounds decent. Hope you're all well this fine Monday evening. It's not fine though, Nick, is it? It's gopping outside. It's not very nice at all. I thought you had Daddy John stream tomorrow. Daddy John stream is Thursday, Lehman. He's here for the week, but his stream, we'll do some camera coaching tomorrow. His stream is Thursday. Are we getting how to play AOS videos, or do I need to read and stuff? So yes, that will happen, Dave. So we're going to start streaming it pretty soon, so you can start getting a feel for it. Once you've got a feel for it, Joe and I are going to produce or create a series of how to play or learn to play Age of Sigmar 4th edition videos. Bonus for you lot, we're not going to charge you a course for it, because fucking shocking. We're just going to produce some decent content for you to consume, to try and get your head around it. Honestly, if you've played any 10th edition, I think you're going to have an easy time learning Age of Sigmar. It's very easy port. AOS is the easier game, without doubt, to play. First day of the weekend today, says Vlad. On a Monday. A rainstorm would be very pleasant here, would it? It's never pleasant. I'm building the Army of Faith box at the moment. I have that box. It's beautiful. How's he going to gift if he's on the stream? He reckons he'll find a way, Danny Deadpool. I disbelieve. I disbelieve. Get my phone out of my pocket. It's gone off twice. I'm going to put it on Do Not Disturb. There we go. Put it over here. Job done. Right. Yeah, I hope not his phone, Vlad, because I don't want him to pay the Apple tax, but we'll see. Anywho, if you're hobbying tonight, let us know what you're hobbying. Why does that say 27 new members, but that says 26? There is, in fact, 26. think YouTube's broken. There is, however, 140 of you people if you're watching. If everyone can smash that like button for us, you'd be amazing. Amazing. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already and hit that bell notification icon for me. And perhaps we'll dive into this Kruelboyz box. And I have a beast skewer kill bow to build. You alright? You look like you sat there in deep contemplation.
I'm finding dog bags in every pocket I have today.
In case one of the children poos. Is that why?
Yes.
Okay, good. I like also how you came in, you felt that it was a bit cold, and so you put your cardigan on over your apron.
Yes.
It's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
So not get the inside of your cardigan dirty from the shit that's on the front of your apron.
No. No. I like my apron. I didn't realise how often I sort of like dust my hands off down my front until I started to wear an apron. Then just 2 like splodge patches, 1 for each hand. I thought, oh god, that's a bit bad.
He'll throw ones of cash at the deck while he's on camera. Yeah, I think he just bought loads of $1 bills to tuck into our pants whilst we're there. I'm going to bed. I'm exhausted. Night, Kai. Go and enjoy yourself, mate. That sounds weird. You're going to bed. Go get a good night's sleep is a better one to say, I think. Well, after a week of 37C plus here, some moisture will be great. No, more heat all the time. Horus Heresy Butcher building, kit bashing some Alpha Legion headhunters. Sounds amazing. Been building loads of Deathwing Terminators, says Mark. I'm about to crack all my Kruelboyz, funny enough, says Fatboy. Good choice. Good choice. Yeah, I'm amazing. You are amazing, Dwarfin. Thank you so much. Building some Soulblight Gravelord spearhead tonight. Incredible. I just picked up Merc Knob and Belch Banner to complete my Kruelboyz spearhead. Amazing. Been painting Word Bearers, Terminators, and Vehicles today, says Tim. Finished the red, now having a break. Incredible. I like Word Bearers. SPG Battle Cage Skeletons are a joy to paint. Look at that. Soulblight Gravelord, that boy. Schooner! Schooner! Thank you for the 5 gifted. You legend. Thank you for 5 gifted members. Up to over 30. 31 to be precise. Thank you so much, you fucking hero. 31 of the new finest, freshest members, chat. I am going to get my box out now. I'll put this extra light on. Boop. So bright. But that's because we need it for this camera here. Boop. Like that. Look. Fancy Matt. Fancy Matt. Snips. Boop. Get the mouse out of the way. Thank you so much, Scooter. How you doing, dude? Farmer George. Did we ever find out if Farmer George was a proper actual farmer or not? Thank you so much, Farmer George, for 5 more gifted. What are you doing?
I think Lappy Toppy's dying.
I mean, it's due. I'll be honest with you. Farmer George, thank you so much for 5 gifted memberships, you fucking hero. Up to 36. Where's my scalpel?
Okay, nobody breathe.
Where did I put my scalpel, loose? Have you just gone cut the children with it?
Is that not it there? That's ow.
No, it is. I found it. In my pot of sharp things. That's a face you're pulling. Is it still flashing on and off?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Are you a UK farmer, Farmer George? I guess only one of John will be on camera, so the rest can go crazy on sub-gifting. True, yeah.
I guess only one of John will be on camera, so the rest can go crazy on the sub-gifting.
I got so excited by the super chat that I read it out before she did. Like I said, last week was punishing. I looked at the revenue for where we would normally be at this point and looked at where we are, and I was like, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. So we're here tonight to entertain you people. So I've built these 3 dudes already. Right, Nick, thank you for the 1 gifted, you fucking legend. We built these 3 dudes already. I built this, hang on, let me show you properly actually, might as well. I built this glorious fella. He is cool as shit. Alright, so we built him. We built this glorious fella with a banner, who is also cool as shit. Built him. We built these 3 cheeky chappies with the crossbows, all cool as shit. So I felt like today we just build the big crossbow dude, and then all it leaves me to do is the little dudes. I could just build little dudes though. But see, crossbow's next in the folder, and I like doing things in order. Order. You're a UK-based farmer. Where are you? Oh God, this actually. Please don't be local to me, Farmer George. I keep reading them out before she reads them out as well. I'm ruining the stream, Luce. I'm ruining the stream.
What does Farmer George think of Clarkson's farm?
Well, I'm hoping he's not local to us because I'm going to lose you otherwise to a farm.
Well, Longdown Farmer isn't called George, so it can't be that one. I don't know what the Tatchbury Farmer's called. Emma is the micro dairy in.
Oh, I mean, it would be
Romsey.
super fucking weird if he was down the road, wouldn't it?
So,
I feel.
if he's down the road, I'm gonna be like, can I volunteer? Can I do something? I don't mind starting work at 4. I don't mind.
Let's get this out of the way. There we go. That's better.
Indeed, I am a UK-based farmer, Mr. Liam.
Fucking love UK-based farmers, by the way. That's why we're asking. So it doesn't look that bad. Looks alright, mostly. Should we give it a go? We should give it a go. Yeah, let's give it a go.
Farmer George is in Devon.
Oh, thank God for that. I'd have lost my chef, my cleaner, and my mother to your farm. I'd have been very unimpressed. Thank you so much for the 5 there, dude. You're a hero.
BTWF and at KU for not getting that mat to us sooner.
I don't have any control over getting this mat to you. The mat was issued to me by Ravenforge, not Ravenforge, by Raven.gg as a exclamation mark Raven, as a gift, and we're thinking about producing these. And I said, yes, please, they look amazing. And then it's with them. Not my fault, Adrian. Not my fault. Kruelboyz for the win, by the way. I'm not an orc person in 40k. Not an orc person at all in 40k. Kruelboyz, my God.
I'm down the road, but I'm in no way a farmer or know how to grow anything. I just about get by keeping 3 kids alive. Aw, Mikey.
That's the first part. Jill, go on, people. Pog off today. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships, Jill. You're a fucking hero. Jill was swimming yesterday morning.
I wish I was better at setting time aside for things like swimming, because it's a pretty close pool. So me saying I wish it was closer is a pretty crap excuse. I think it's just having the time and sort of keeping it protected of that's my swimming time.
Yeah, the first hurdle, which is going, is really fucking hard. Thank you, Jill, anyway, so much for the 5 gifted. We are up to 42. We're 8 away from halfway, chat. 8 away from halfway already. I believe in you. Do you believe in them, Luce?
Always.
Good. That's when you know the first week of the month is bad, is when Luce is agreeing with me and not being like, no, don't gift chat. What you normally though doing? No, don't stop it. Stop giving us money. Alex, thank you for the word gifted. Why have I not had mac and cheese chips?
Because you're making good choices, Dave. That's why.
Yeah, Dave. You're supposed to be making good choices, apparently. Good choices don't have to taste bad either. These sorts of things make me very nervous. I like it a little bit when you're not hobbying.
Why?
Because you basically sit there and watch the chat.
Yeah, I set myself up a little sewing station in our room because the ironing board was up anyway, and I thought, that's perfect standing height, and I can't sew sitting down. It just feels really weird and like hunched over. And then where the window is, I get all the natural light, so shadows don't play tricks on me when I'm measuring. And it was a real eureka moment of, why haven't I thought of this sooner? This shall be my sewing spot.
You also left alone for the day, weren't you? Which was quite nice.
Yeah, I'm out of sight, out of mind, so...
Not by me for reference, chat. I'd leave her alone anyway. It's the kids that's the problem. Mom. But Mom. Mac and cheese chips is a good choice. Is it though, Danny Deadpool? Is it?
We're now just getting up at the crack at dawn for a swim. Tired after work. Oh, tried after work, but that didn't work. I was just saying to you, wasn't I, that I took the dog out this morning, and I used to get up at 5:30 when we lived in Suffolk and we had 2 border collies. I used to get up at 5:30 and go walking with them for an hour and a half in Hadley, and I just used to spring out of bed, throw my wellies on and go. And I hate my body now that I can't just do that.
Well, you can, but you can't do it now. It'll take you some time to get there.
And it's all that cliche of the youth is wasted on the young, even though it was only 10 years ago.
Well, it's the other one, isn't it? The one that mostly sticks with me is the use it or lose it.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't use your fitness and your health and that kind of stuff, what happens eventually is you just lose it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, oh, good. Now I'm struggling with stairs. Yeah, use it or lose it. Keep it up. You keep it, because when you're in that kind of condition, I think it's very easy to take it for granted. Getting up early for a swim though, it's got to be a relatively nice way of starting your day, I guess.
That must be awesome, especially like just being in water. Such an awesome feeling, just being in water.
Oh, I don't like it.
But I think that's because you had a traumatic thing happen.
Yeah. Xylate, thank you for the one gifted. Fucking legend.
If you've never had a traumatic thing happen, or if you have and you've been able to sort of move past it, then it's an awesome feeling being in water. Just.
Yeah. We're 6 away from halfway already, chat. I didn't think we'd get to the numbers tonight, so thank you, people. I kind of assumed that building Kruelboyz would bring in less people, which it looks like is probably true. But I was also like, I don't fucking care, that's what I want to do.
That is precisely why we're up at crack at dawn.
Why? She's from Manchester, Lise. Why does she suddenly turn into a fucking Yorkshireman every time you...
Completely lost it and need to sort it out. I think actually, now you mention that, Jill, my most the periods of time that I exercised the longest were always first thing in the morning. I think as the day goes on, it's just not going to happen as the day goes on.
If I don't get my arse in the gym pre-midday, it almost isn't happening that day.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm getting up earlier to get into the gym earlier. Because if it gets to like midday, I will instantly at that point, because of the way my mind works, because of the way my brain works in general, it probably isn't just me, but because of the way my brain works in general, when I get to midday, I've now got a list of things I want to get done. Mm-hmm. If I get up, have my breakfast, go to the gym, I can then formulate that list whilst I'm there. Then when I get back, I'm like, I've got all these things I need to do. But if I get up and I sit here and think a bit and do a bit of pottering, my list gets longer and longer and longer, and then I'm like, oh, I've not got time now. Too much to do. Too much to do often equals, here's a load of excuses.
Yeah.
But legitimate excuses so that no one can tell me. Because I went for a phase, do you remember? I went for a phase of planning to go to the gym and telling you I was going to the gym and putting it in the calendar and just not going.
Yeah.
But, oh, well, yeah, but here's the reason why. There was no real reason why. I was just being a fucking lazy bastard.
The last time I took Emmy on my 90-minute walk in the morning, it wasn't quite winter, and it was sort of twilighty just as I got out the door. I remember being really cross that other dog walkers had found my walk and they'd scared all the deer off.
Your walk?
Yeah, well, I was the only one there. I didn't see another soul for like 6 months, and I thought, oh my god, nobody else knows this is here. This is great. That means my footprint won't be that big. The deer will get used to me. They won't need to run off so much. I saw the most beautiful fox. It was like glowing orange, run right past me. I think I spooked it. And then I think it was a buzzard, most likely a buzzard, on the other fence post. So a couple of, I wouldn't know what to say in like meterage because it was dusky. But that was pretty cool. And then deer, stags. I saw a baby deer in the tall grass, you know, when they leave them in the tall grass. Emmy didn't sniff any of this out, so she's the most useless dog ever. And then about 6 months in, I kept passing this other dog walker with either like a lurcher or a whippet or something. I remember being really cross, like, why are you here? This is my walk. Why are you here?
She's so aggressive, chat.
Get off my walk. You're going to scare the deer off.
Did you read it all, Sam, did you? There's a gym based where I work. I used to go 3 times a week, but then COVID happened and kids happened. The gym is free and I still don't go.
Isn't it mad?
Oh, mate,
It's
Mike,
mad.
at least yours is free and you don't go. I paid for mine for ages and didn't go. I'm fucking getting my money's worth nowadays. I'm catching up. Oh, catch up. Jill, you can fuck off suggesting that nonsense. I'll be honest with you.
Do you remember when Brum said that joke that he was in the 4 a.m. club?
Yeah.
Or was it 5 a.m. club?
No, it was 5 a.m. club, but he wasn't getting up at 5 a.m.
He's a silly goose, isn't he? Getting
He's
up
a
at 5 a.m. with a 3-year-old. Stop it.
Fucking idiot.
Stop it.
Yeah, but he's one of those, right? He's one of those who reads a book and is like, here's the next big thing that I'm going to do because I've read this book once. I've seen this post on Facebook. It's definitely good, this thing. It's definitely good. It sounds a bit like a fad diet, bro. No, it's definitely good.
Yes, the dog sighed at you.
Someone just let the air out of the dog. She just sounded like she deflated over there. C7. C8. Took 2 weeks. Fuck you. Proper pastries are just so light and just bring smiles to everyone's faces.
Wife has just bought me a month's gym membership. Get moving, fat lad, she said. Oh, that's love. Poor Dave. In a house of women, he gets bullied.
I'm sure he does, actually, yeah. This is fancy, this. It's much fancier than I expected it to be. I thought I'd picked an easy model to build. Pick an easy one to build for stream. Famous last words. Six members to go for halfway team. Who is going to gift the next 6 memberships? Let's go.
Dave.
I don't think he will.
Just because he's in front of me now.
What, Dave? Just Dave? Dave's in all 6? That's it, just Dave?
Yeah.
Okay.
All 6 on Dave. Well, what we're doing actually is we're helping to save Dave because he has to make better food choices for the time being. So by spending the money on 6 gifted, he can't order Domino's pizza.
I mean,
So we're saving him.
I would like to think that that's a fair and reasonable attempt there, Luce. I'll be honest with you. I'm mildly impressed by the effort you're putting in for a change
To
to
save
receiving.
Dave, gift 6.
Yeah, yeah. I'm mildly impressed at the effort you're trying to put into getting people to gift rather than the opposite. That being said, the problem is for people that are trying to eat healthy in this modern world that we call life, is that it's actually more expensive to eat healthy than it is to eat shit.
It is so hard because even some of the healthy stuff, if you really look into it, isn't really that healthy. You're better off eating the real article, but just less of it. And that's then. I used to buy. Are they pre or probiotics?
Probiotics.
Okay, so I used to buy probiotics for the boys, and then I watched something on. It was either Netflix or it might have even been in the audiobook of ultra processed people. And half the pre or pro, whichever one it is, biotics are a complete scam anyway, because your stomach acid kills all the good stuff, and all you really need is just a decent yogurt and maybe just a decent spoonful of that every day, and that's it. There's something you can do with cabbage as well that has the same biotic effect.
Luton says, me last week. Time to crack on finishing all my Prime Necrons. Maybe even dabble in the midway through Yunari project. Me this week. Start a brand new Death Guard army. I knew there's a reason why we were friends, Luton. That is literally me all the time.
Yeah, so when I found out about the Yakult stuff, I was like, you fucking kidding me? I've been buying it forever. How much money I've spent on Yakult?
Most quote-unquote official health food is probably not all that healthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or, that's a lie actually, it probably isn't bad for you. It probably just isn't really doing you as much good as it leads you to believe it's doing.
It's not
unhealthy.
Yeah, it was pretty much like, if you want to buy an expensive sort of milk drink, then
if you want to buy an expensive flavoured milk shot. So when I say it's not healthy, it's a bit disingenuous because it's not bad for you.
Yeah.
It's not good for you, really.
So now I sneak in yogurt in their food. Mwahaha.
She waits till her sleep chat, just pours it in the mouth. Dave, thank you for the one gifted. Part of your prophecies become true, Luce.
What he's doing there is he's not buying the chicken kickers because he's gifted.
Oh, fuck, I do like chicken kickers.
No, babe, no. What we're doing is we're gifting. We're not buying naughty food. We're gifting.
Thank you, Dave, for the one gifted. We are 5 away from halfway with 113 people watching. We are 4 away from halfway. Thank you, Dave, for one more. I remain laser focused on my Nighthawk army. I'm rather proud of myself. I'm hoping that this is the case with Kruelboyz, but I'm also aware that in front of you lot, I've probably said that a few times. So, just leading into the Hobby Magpie now, I'll be honest with you.
I've now started to look at the seams on my clothes and going, how is that? How did they do that?
How do they do what?
So when you have like an invisible zip on a dress, there's a way you have to put it through the machine. So now I get tempted to I haven't worn this in ages. Will I miss it? Will I just take the scissors to it and find out how they do the invisible zip?
I do look at the seams on some people's clothes and think, how does it do that? How does it do that? How the fuck does it stay together? Often thought that, babe. I'm excited to maybe be able to make some Age of Sigmar content tomorrow night, maybe. It's a lot of work behind the scenes for what people, when they watch, are going to be like, doesn't look any different to your 40k streams, which is kind of the point, but the behind the scenes work has been mammoth. Almost at a point where I'm ready to go live with it, maybe. I think Yakult is fine, but Actimel has loads of sugar in it. I mean, Yakult is fine. It's just not necessarily doing loads for you. It's going to be doing something for you.
That all came about because when Jim Jam was in reception, he kept on picking up pinworm. And it is a bloody undertaking. The minute one of your little uns comes home with pinworm, that's it. Boil washes, and now washing machines don't do boil washes anymore. So it's a whole thing. Got him clear of it, sent him back, and then he picks it up again a month later. And it turns out that pinworm eggs are in the soil. So if your kids do things like make mud pie or play in the dirt, as kids do, they're probably, and then fingers go in mouths at lunchtime and all that, they're probably picking up worms and giving it to each other because kids are delightful little disease incubators. And then I did all this research of why does it seem to be so prolific in this age group, and then all of a sudden you get to an age and you just don't seem to catch them anymore. And then there was one piece of research that suggested people with autism have a slightly more delicate gut biome than those who don't have autism, so they might need a pre or probiotic. And that's where the whole thing came from.
Luton says, I'm eating my dinner. I'm eating my dinner here, by the way. Just FYI.
Well, turn us down then, Luton.
John McCardle, thank you so much for 20 more. Are you in the South Coast now? Weren't you going to Warhammer World? Did you chin it off in the end? Don't tell me you've cut, because I assumed you'd be driving back from Warhammer World because it was shut at 6. Please don't tell me that you came straight down to the South Coast, because I saw you were thinking about not going. Please don't tell me you've come straight down to the South Coast and not told me. We could have made him dinner and all sorts.
Yeah, I could have.
I'd be very angry at you if you've done that. Just so you know. Not mad, just disappointed.
Just disappointed.
Do you not to glue these?
I was thinking when Brom's little, and when he starts reception, I was thinking of doing him a hamper of here's all the lotions and potions you will be needing, because they just give all the germs to each other and bring them all home, and you've never been so sick since having kids.
Brom's kids?
Sickest kid in the world. But I thought about doing like a little thing with a post-it note, like, this is for the butt, so if there's something coming out of his butt that shouldn't be, drink this one.
Sorry, Luton. Sorry, enjoy dinner.
This is for the ears, so if something's coming out of the ears that shouldn't be,
sorry, Luton.
drink this one. The weirdest Alice in Wonderland. Drink me to make me better.
Sorry, Luton. Enjoy your dinner. We get esteemed guests to come and join us on the stream, and then Lou starts talking about pinworm.
It's a real thing. I didn't know any of these things existed until I had kids, and then they just come home from preschool and school like, what is wrong now? What delightful tropical disease have you got this week from school?
So show you're all here for, innit? So show you're all here for. I am at Southampton. I didn't get out of the airport until almost 1 p.m. I said in the Thanes chat, and you didn't say anything. I'm not going to invite myself. Fuck, you should. Why didn't you call me, you silly fucker? I've been a busy boy today. I haven't watched all the Thanes chat all the time.
Kids are petri dishes and test tubes for all the bugs. As a microbiologist, always wanted to dress the kids up like that for Halloween. That'd be a great costume.
John, you should have absolutely said something, mate. No, I'm just mad at you.
What was that thing about autism and having a sensitive tummy? It was a random bit of research that I found when James just was constantly ill or bringing things home, and he seemed to be the kid in his class that stayed with him the longest. And there's something to say that people with autism have a slightly different gut biome than those who don't have autism. So it was either they pick up bugs easily and can't get rid of them as quick, or it's like a constantly underlying thing. So they're always low level, sort of ill. So having a pre or probiotic, whichever one it is, seemed to be the suggestion.
I don't mute you, Vlad, at all. I just can't see all of it all the time, unfortunately. As much as I'd like to. Ended up being busy with work. Okay, I don't feel so bad. Are you coming and hanging out tomorrow?
Kids are plague rats. Accurate description. I have no idea if that's true though. It did seem to work that he was having Yakult and he just seemed to be well for a very long period of time, and then when he did get ill, it was something that there was no amount of Yakult was going to
No amount of Yakult.
It'd be like neurovirus. Like, I'm sorry, Yakult will not stop neurovirus in its tracks.
Jesus Christ.
We're all getting that.
The doctors are be like, no, don't use Yakult to solve disease.
Yeah, no, don't do that. It's because all the kids, as lovely as they are, and they all hug each other and they all play with each other, and you think, oh, what's that you've just shared? Why have you just shared that? Can you not get your own lolly? Come on.
You don't need to stay out of the way tomorrow, John. So I've got an idea for tomorrow's streaming content. So we're looking at tomorrow being an AOS day. I know how excited that will get you. So what we're going to do is the Liam and Joe AOS show tomorrow will be us setting up for the AOS stream, but we'll be doing it live and chatting about it and learning some rules together and kind of that kind of stuff. Because Joe and I need a refresher now on the rules, and then in the evening we're playing the game. So we have 4 working microphones now as well, just so you know. Morty Hammer, thank you for the 5 gifted, you fucking legend. So you absolutely don't need to stay out of the way. At this rate, you own about 84% of the channel anyway, so there is no requirement for you to keep out of the way, sir. I was going to invite you to the house at one point to decide which one of the 2 children it was you wanted to take home with you. You pretty much own one of them at this point as well. Or at least the rights to the kidneys. Mordy Hammer, thank you so much for 5 gifted. 71. 29 to go to hit target. We won't talk about the fact that Super Chats are on £14. We won't talk about that. Won't talk about that, chat. You can learn AOS and fall in love. Fucking great game. I'm excited about being able to play it, but it's gonna be a bit sporadic to start with because we don't have a lot of factions, and we don't have a lot of money to get a lot of factions in order either. We've got a few. We've got 4 or 5, so we can do a bit. Harborn, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. I need to pick up that conversation with you, sir, as well. Bloody legend. So let's build this cheeky chap. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted, man. What a hero. 76 in. Bloody legend. I'm on my week off, so we'll actually catch a day stream live. Get up. Oh, fuck off, John. Don't do that. If everything goes well tomorrow, John, because there is a potential that everything could go horribly wrong. We were...
Wads of cash.
Thank you, John. You fucking silly bastard. We were, It's in pounds as well. That's weird.
Yeah.
We were, I was building the stream today, and part of that is building the new scoreboard, and there's been some problems that we've had to try and resolve. And I need to go in tomorrow and see if those issues have been resolved with the changes to the code. And if they have, and everything's good, which I'm pretty hopeful, like both my fingers are crossed, I'm actually pretty hopeful that will be the case. I'm pretty confident at the moment that will be the case. If that's the case, if the scoreboard's fine, and we do the prep stream, John, Joe and I can take you out for lunch. And you won't fucking argue, you'll do as you're told. It'll be as simple as that. Thank you for your insane generosity, dude. 40 gifted, and that super chat is mental.
Oh, Carl.
I mean, he's not wrong, though. He isn't wrong. Loose puts up with loads. By putting up with me, you by default put up with loads.
What color should I use for plasma weapons? I'm doing a ultramarine blue and gold scheme for the sisters.
Green or red? Or like a pinky red?
Gifts for the gift god. Memberships for the Great Hall.
Thank you, Farmer George, you fucking legend.
What time do you start work?
They never stop work, do they? We've seen this on Clarkson's farm. They never
No, I
stop
know,
work.
but like,
For loose, she puts up with a lot.
She does,
Thanks,
Carl.
Carl.
She absolutely does.
there must be a time of morning that you just can't go out any earlier than that because it's not light enough, or it's just that there must be a number on the clock that it's.
I don't know. We see them up at 2 a.m. lambing and shit loose. So it depends, I guess, on the season, doesn't it?
Yeah. Is there a farming season that's quiet? Do you have a time of year that's maybe only like 100 hours a week you have to work, or?
John says, I'm not sure being taken out for a British thing is considered a nice thing to do.
How rude.
How fucking very dare you.
What British food can you take John to?
McDonald's, Five Guys,
They're both
TGI
American.
Fridays.
American.
Thank you for a nice English curry.
No, that's not English.
Thank you for all the donos anyway, you fucking beautiful human beings. Amazing.
Afternoon tea. Take him to high tea.
That sounds awful, no thank you.
Oh, I love afternoon tea.
But yeah, Carl's not wrong. I've probably been quite insufferable lately. So, thank you, Carl, for recognising the woman behind. Not literally behind. She's not like...
Get
over there.
back, woman.
Yeah.
3 paces
Yeah.
behind.
You must walk behind me.
You know the rules.
I'm not that kind of insufferable. I'm not Joe.
Don't make me get the yardstick out.
There you go. You just had a little peek into our bedroom life. But yeah, I reckon, over the course of the last few months, I've been a bit of a nightmare. Start being fussy around food. Although, actually, that's not been that bad, because you've started being fussy around food as well. So I feel like we've kind of done that at the same time. So that's not really been that bad, I guess. I was cranky when I came off sugar.
Yeah, but I think because you said you were coming off sugar, I thought, right, for the next month, he doesn't mean it. It's the withdrawal.
Honestly, I think I've come off sugar, I've come off caffeine, and I've started going to the gym, and I've slowly gone from 1 session a week to now 4 sessions a week. And I think out of all of that, the hardest part was coming off sugar. Legitimately, the hardest part
Yeah.
was coming off sugar. Like, that was honestly the worst bit.
For me, October and the New Year is roughly the quieter times of year. That's on George's farm.
Is it? We're going to go visit George's farm?
I'm surprised at October, because for me, that's always been like the big harvest month.
We don't have the
October
budget of
time.
Amazon, but we could create George's farm.
Shall we do it? George's farm.
The next big bit of content.
That's it.
Making some changes here, chap. I've got lots of business ideas in the mix. I'm also changing the. I told you this anyway. I think I told you this. I'm changing the Fit for 40k thread.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call it Fit for 40k anymore because that was some of the clown's idea name. And in the interest of disassociation, we're going to call it something different. I think I'm going to change the Fit for 40k thread to Great Hall Health.
I love that because the health is, there's so much more to health than just hitting the gym.
Oh, 100%.
There's so much more to it.
So we're going to change Fit for 40k to Great Hall Health. I've created the hashtag Great Hall Health on Instagram and I've followed it. No one's posted to it yet, but still, you've followed it. Stream game on the farm. Oh, I want to just follow farm life. That's what I do Clarkson's farm.
I bloody love farmers. I love them so much because during COVID, a farm shop, fresh produce that wasn't covered in plastic, which is so ironic because one of the longest surfaces that COVID lived on, it was reported that it was plastic. So if they just left the fresh produce as it was, because you get home and wash your fruit and veg anyway.
Do you? You're supposed to.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to.
I just fucking eat it.
I suppose if there's no, well, I mean.
I grabbed a bit of celery the other day. I came in here and sat down and bit it. There's a bit of dirt on it. I was like, oh, I'm sat down now.
Yeah, things like celery where it wraps around each other. You should probably wash that, babe.
Just ate it.
But yeah, the farm shops were allowed to open, and it was so nice being able to go to a farm shop, and I could team it up with being out the house. Because do you remember we were allowed to go out the house for an hour a day or something?
I do my best to try and forget about that fucking period of time.
It's really bizarre when you think about it. It's like, did we dream that?
Yeah,
Was
well,
that...
I clearly didn't know the rules properly either because I was like, oh, we can't go out anywhere and you have to form your bubble and all that kind of stuff. I didn't know you could just have garden parties. That was allowed. Well, I didn't know that was fine.
I'm pretty sure it was Susanna Reid on Good Morning Britain. She said that in the first year of COVID, the restrictions changed 86 times. No.
At any point during the 86 times, did they say that you're allowed to have garden parties?
I'm pretty sure it was Susanna, because I remember rewinding the telly and thinking, no, I've misheard that. There's no way.
Audio's too low? Which audio?
You have given me the age of Sigma bug. Can't wait till Saturday to finally get my copy of Scaventide. Smiley face.
Scaventide is incredible, David. Thank you so much for the 10, dude. You're a hero. What a legend. And also, Jill and Danny Deadpool, thank you for one gifted each. We are 21 away. No, 22 away. Couldn't see the little 8. 22 away from our target. You wonderful human beings. That's good for you. Yeah, I thought so. What I thought, Carl. What was talking about?
I really appreciated the hour we were allowed out the house, because then I could go on a bike ride, do my fitness, and then go to the farm shop and cycle it all back. I was so grateful. And then queuing up at Morrison's, that was a bizarre thing. Being on a 1 in 1 out system for Morrison's. So you were out the house way longer than an hour because you were spending most of that queuing in the car park because you had to be 2 meters apart, which apparently a shopping trolley is 2 meters.
Don't you think it's bizarre now, all of this stuff that was the norm for a while? And everyone, I feel like everyone said, or a lot of people at least said, this will be the new normal now, this is it now, this is what it's going to be like for the rest of life. And yet, I don't feel like that's been true at all. Like, I feel like we even made, I say we, but we even made nature programs on how the world was recovering because of the lack of traffic and the lack of air pollution and the lack of, and then we're like, look at this amazing world. Look, if you give the world space, it heals. Our restrictions are lifted, everyone's back to normal.
Yeah. The saddest one was, it was that David Attenborough program with was it a cheetah? And cheetah mums do this, like, what do they call it? It's like, it's not quite a growl and it's not a meow, it's something in the middle, but they do it to their babies to let them know it's safe to come out. And in the before times, there was so many safari jeeps going up and down the savannah that the babies couldn't hear the call. And then the mum had to call louder, which then alerted the predators there was cubs about. But this program where everyone had to stay at home, there was just cubs playing in the long grass, and Mum was off hunting, and everyone was relatively safe because it's still nature. But now it's all gone back to normal. An amazing program, but a really sad program. Chirrup, that's what you called it, a chirrup.
A chirrup.
Yeah.
You're gonna be painting them. You're gonna learn to hate green. I like painting green, and because I feel like because it's a skin tone with lots of different shades and highlights, it won't be too bad. To be fairly on. How you doing, anyway, dude? Hey, Liam. Hope you're doing well. However, I have to tell you that I'm gonna just about be in full lurk mode today, but I'm glad you enjoy the Kruelboyz. Well, you are welcome to lurk. I have commissioned the Working Lurking Crew t-shirt. Since we seem to have so many working lurkers who only ever bother their ass to type anything in chat when they think there's a fucking t-shirt giveaway. That's right, chat. I see you. The Lonesome Drummer. Aw, thank you for the one gifted, dude. One man band. Are you in fact a drummer? Contrast. I don't hate contrast now, Carl. I used to hate it. I used to really hate contrast. And then I met an amazing man called Josh, and he taught me more about contrast. And now I don't hate it, but I don't love it. There isn't a t-shirt giveaway, no, now. We're on 79 members, you lunatics. It's 150 for a t-shirt giveaway, you know that. You know the rules. Fucking McCardle's carried you lot again tonight anyway.
My head office changed loads because of COVID. They really embraced the change, stripped all the desks out, put fewer back in, and adapted the whole building to allow people to work from home. Do you like working from home, Mikey?
I have mixed feelings about it. I feel like the best, if I was to go back into the office, or go back to work for a big company, I should say, I feel like my ideal situation is flexi working.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's my ideal situation. Because I think that you collaboratively, it's better when you're in person with each other. 100% believe that. But I also like having the grown-up responsibility of, well, I can just go out for an hour now and then work an hour later because it's flexible time at home. I like flexible. That's where I would want to be.
Ended up in an on-camera meeting today in my bright orange Greater Good t-shirt. Bloody glorious.
Love you, Jill. That is, in fact, the right life choice.
I really loved lockdown.
I'm grateful for it.
Because I'd left my job about 6 months before COVID was even a word, just because James wasn't doing well at school. So we decided for me to be the stay-at-home parent, so if school called, I could go in. So I was already at home. And Ben being a baby as well, he was due to start preschool, and then COVID happened, so he's never been in any kind of setting. So he's the barefoot baby, for sure. But yeah, and then you were all just home, and I was like, Ma, you're never leaving.
I'm kind of grateful for it, but not for... Like, I'm still annoyed by a lot of what went on, and the lack of logic, and, you know...
Yeah.
Let's not... I don't want to dive too much into the politics of it all, because fucking hell, there's been enough politics in this country recently anyway. Where the fuck did that join? Yeah, okay. But in terms of actual time, like, I definitely feel like it made me... It's changed my behaviour with people and like home life and stuff like that. Because when we first went into, if you think about it, when we first went into COVID, I was still working at Northern in a shift job. And it was during COVID, essentially towards the tail end of it, where I got my stay-at-home job.
Yeah.
And I feel like, yeah, I'm definitely grateful for some of the experience I had, which was forced upon me because of some of the ridiculous rules that are in place. If that makes sense. I'm making the best out of a shit situation here, where I'm saying, like, it was farcical, but I'm kind of glad for some of it.
Yeah. I miss the Facebook updates of the face masks of any available material, including non-fabric ones that people were walking into supermarkets with, because there was no real regulation on what a face covering was. There was some pictures that were circulating on Facebook that were amazing. Somebody had used their net curtain as a face covering. So when someone pointed out, well, all the holes for the lace pattern, it's not doing anything. And then someone put a TV on their head. They'd hollowed out a TV.
I saw some amazing things. People with plastic bags on their head.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you won't get COVID, but you also...
I mean, you probably will. They're not FFP2.
You might regret that.
You might get COVID and you also might suffocate.
Yeah.
People are fucking stupid, aren't they? Let's be honest. People are absolutely fucking stupid. Anyway, people, if you could get... I'm joking. Well, I'm not, but I am. $21 away, chat, with 118 people watching. Which means also that number's gone up, which means people have turned up late and not paid their fine.
Oh my
Fucking
God.
rude.
Mad larking. I'm working lurking when I can. It's hot as hell today for me. 38 degrees Celsius and it's only 12:30. Where are you?
That's a bit toasty, isn't it?
Ugh.
You might be glad Luce isn't with you. You wouldn't hear the fucking end of it.
I'd be sobbing by now.
I'd like the sunshine to come back, please. I don't care if we just keep it here for summer. Britters, thank you for the one gifted. 20 to go. 20 to go, chat. I believe in you. I also believe in a thing called love.
Just do the hard.
I was waiting. Fucking hell. It took you a while then, didn't it?
He says it so quick. Just do the hard.
A great rendition there. We're trying to bring people in, darling. Can you... How bad's that kitchen out there?
It's pretty bad.
Is it? I really want to go to bed.
That is so... I'm so glad you said that, Jill. So Jill says, masks were an absolute pain for lip reading. COVID just confirmed my deafness. You know when I met Jill,
Yeah.
and you told me afterwards that she had a smidge of social anxiety,
Yeah.
I was thinking in my head, really? Because her eye contact was amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be why.
That'll partly be why, yeah, because she's also got AIDS. She has. Ask Jill if she's got AIDS. Ask her.
No, I'm not asking her.
Ask her if she's got AIDS. Hey Jill, have you got AIDS? It's a reasonable question.
I was made redundant 3 days into the first lockdown. Thankfully found a work from home job quickly for a company that I'm still with now. Oh, that's amazing.
Some of the jobs we fall into end up being the best ones.
Yeah, definitely. Just got into my car to go to the post office. It's like a wet oven. Good God. Where are you, Brian? Where is everyone?
Where is everyone? Joe gets it. I saw that, Jill. Yeah, Dave now gets it. It took people a while.
Dave's put, my goodness, Liam.
Oh no, yeah. He put that, and then Joseph put hearing type, and then Dave went, hearing aids. He finally fucking twigged. Yes, Dave, hearing aids. What on earth did you think I was talking about? Jill told me to swivel. How very rude. Very unchristian of you, Jill. Just accepted a job offer at work, finally after 7+ months of unemployment, start on the 24th, then it's staying time. Oh, mate, well, if you've had that much time unemployment, then maybe see yourself right first, bud, but I appreciate it, Brian. The Thanes will be glad to have you because they're amazing people. It's a very busy chat, though, I'll warn you. But you would be more than welcome. Just maybe take a month or two's paycheck first and treat yourself to something. I've never been out of work. I'd imagine I'd get fucking mad stressed if I was. What the fuck? How the fuck does this go together? Can't believe she told me to swivel. Very rude. This is the kind of daily abuse I put up with it in the Thanes loose.
Huh?
Fucking see, she never listens to a word I fucking say. Of course, yeah.
I was reading what
Multitask,
Brian
woman.
said. I can't do it. I was reading what Brian said.
What did he say?
In fairness, I had a hell of a parachute severance with my layoff, and I have a great sugar mama for a wife. We good. This channel saved my ass and kept my sanity through it all.
Oh, bless you, mate. Well, I'm glad we could help. We do our best. We do our best. We try. We don't always get it right, but we try. Chat, we've still got 20 to go, by the way. 20 minutes, 20 to go. It's got to be 1 a minute at least. I love these Kruelboyz. So good. I think I might have finally found my army.
Is it an orc army?
It is a form of an orc army, yes. They created the Kruelboyz as a kind of different sort of race of orcs and goblins. And I'm pretty sure that part of why they've done it... Oh, she just fucked off.
Sorry, I'm back.
I'm pretty sure part of why they've done it is because they perhaps wanted to differentiate them from the 40k version a little bit.
Oh.
Which makes sense. But when they first released the Age of Sigmar orcs, they were big old orcs like the 40k orcs. Then when they released these ones, which are called the Kruelboyz, they're very different to the old-fashioned orcs, which were just big, muscly fucking powerhouses all the time. And these are a lot more Tolkien-esque. So some of the faces on some of these could almost have been lifted out of Lord of the Rings movies. Almost. Not quite, but definitely almost. And I had my eye on them for ages, and I had a set for ages, and I never built them. And then I decided the other day, because I was trying to get out my hobby slump that I was talking about the other day, so I decided to give them a go and built the first set. And that was it then. I was in love. Yes, and thank you for the one gifted. Jill, thank you for the one gifted. You people are amazing. Going for that 1 a minute train. Making me work for it, I see.
I think on Wednesday I might practice making a blouse because I've got some really disgusting fabric upstairs that was in a clearance bargain bin, so I'm never ever going to be seen dead in it, but just to sort of practice making a blouse.
Never say never, babe. We got Joe in a whole Greg's outfit, no, little outfit. But yeah, they give off
very comfortable.
They give off 100% Lord of the Rings vibe. If I hand you this big one, try not to bend his spear. If you look at like his head and stuff, he's a very Lord of the Rings orc.
Oh yeah, not at all like the 40k ones.
No, exactly. And I was like, so I had them on the shelf for ages, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I could be bothered, blah blah blah. And then I've been in such a hobby slump for ages. I pulled them out. I bought the spearhead and pulled them out and started fucking putting them together the other week. And I was like, and I just kept going and kept going. I was like, yep, love these. These guys are amazing. So I need to
yeah. Oh.
need to dig out the battle tome at some point, the old one, and start reading up on the narrative.
Something is touching the wolf's butt.
Yeah, is it you?
There's a hand on his butt.
Are you molesting a wolf now?
Maybe that's why he looks angry.
I'm not even entirely sure it's a wolf, to be fair.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna say it's somewhere in the dog family.
It's a beast of some sort. I struggled to find a Bard AOS site, but don't like the basics in my Marines troops or the giant cows. I like the giant cows, Dave. The basic AOS troops.
I was made redundant 3 months ago in the telecoms industry. That industry in the UK is dying on its ass. Took 86 attempts and finally got a job starting next week in Power.
Congratulations, Schooner, for getting a job.
86 attempts, wow.
What's going on with telecoms?
Is it just old now? People don't.
I'd have assumed telecoms was still a booming business because of things like mobile phones and stuff, or is it different type of? Am I being naive?
Job market is brutal, even though everyone and their mums is hiring. That's something that really confuses me. So everywhere I go, there's posters in the windows about we're hiring. But then I hear that people are saying they're interviewing and they're not getting the job.
The problem is, there's a number of problems actually, but in a nutshell, the problems is that a lot of the jobs that are hiring are low skill, low pay jobs, which in this country, I can't speak for, because Brian's in the US, I believe. I can't speak for America, but in this country, a lot of the low income jobs, low skill, low income jobs, do not pay enough money to cover your basic needs to live with a family. They just don't. There are a fair number of people, like we always get told, it's the benefits people that are the problem, but there are a fair number of people as well that will be too proud to take benefits.
Yeah.
So what they'll do is they'll go hunting for a better paid job, as they are well within their rights to do. The problem with the better paid jobs then comes was that they all want a full fucking degree and 25 million years of experience.
Yes.
Yeah. And so so people then will chase the higher pay jobs, which absolutely they should do, especially with the cost of living. But then companies need to set reasonable expectations as to the type of candidates they're going to receive, and then need to figure out a robust interview process that isn't just, have you got 25 years experience?
Over here in animation, one job got 1,200 applications or something crazy like that when I asked.
Fucking hell, that's a lot.
That was similar to the renters market. There was a newspaper article a little while ago that said one house, for example, had 40 applicants. So then the price starts like a bidding war.
Yep. Similar here, but there are so many candidates that companies can afford to be super specific and picky as shit. So there's a lot of us out in the cold. In Ireland, on average, people pay over 50% of their salary on rent alone. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even if you've got the degree, then they often fob you off. Yep. Yep. What we really need. The thing is, over the course of the last decades, and perhaps even further afield, the cost of everything has rocketed and climbed and climbed and climbed, and the cost of living has rocketed and climbed and climbed and climbed, and the average income hasn't.
Yeah.
And so we have this huge financial deficit in the average house now that exists everywhere, where you can earn big money and somehow still just about afford to pay all your bills only.
Well, that's why there was an awful lot of COVID couples.
And
So-
yeah, of course.
A lot of the time, it sounds like it's worked out, or at the very least, they've parted ways amicably, and there's no sinister things going on. But a lot of couples who found themselves redundant and living alone took in a partner that they'd found on Plenty of Fish, for example. Potentially a very dangerous situation, but they didn't want to move back home because they'd gotten used to their own space. So COVID couples became a thing because the rent was too much to pay on their own, or that the cost of living started happening.
Was it too damn high?
Too damn high. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing that happened. That's the thing that happens, sorry. Cost of living, extortionate. Cost of earning or amount earned hasn't gone up at all. And so huge deficit in so people now, and the tax brackets haven't moved along with the there's lots of things that haven't moved. So people now earning more than they've ever earned before, but somehow have less in their pocket.
Yeah. What a weird time. I keep saying this to everybody. I'm really interested to see the next 40 years. Not even in this country, just in the world.
Well, you know, we've had a big political shift in the UK here now in the last 5 days. So we will have to see. What did I just fucking cut out? It's 26. We shall have to see whether this political shift does or doesn't breed results and perhaps bring that cost of living down or increase the money in people's pockets. My fingers are very much crossed. We'll see. Who knows? You never know, do you?
Wow, a Tesco in Surbiton nearer to London advertised a 20-hour-a-week position and got more than 1,000 applicants. God, how do you stand out when there's more than 1,000 other people?
Well, the other well, you don't. The other problem is standing out too much. So what I mean by that is, you've got 1,000 applicants. You have to be the person that catches the eye to get the interview. But what they're doing is they're advertising for a shop assistant. So if I put my CV in as it currently is with my previous experience at Rolls-Royce without tailoring to the particular role, they'll be like, well, he's not going to fucking stay stuck in shelves very long, is he?
No.
He'll do this for fucking a month, he'll get bored and he'll want to promote or move to a different role.
Interesting times.
It is, yeah, absolutely. I've done that before. I've hired and fired, obviously, in jobs. There's one position we were hiring for, and we had we narrowed it down to 2 candidates to be successful for the role. So I went over their interviews again, went over their interview answers again, went over their testing, all that kind of stuff, and was like, they're neck and neck. There's nothing in it. There really isn't anything in it. But you could have picked either one of them, and based on their interview, you know what? They were about the same. And so I was like, right, so we need to start looking outside the box or doing further testing. I don't think we need to do further testing. I'm comfortable they're both competent enough to do the job, but don't need to do any further testing here. Let's just go through the CV again. I went back to the CV, went through the CV, and one of them had like 3 jobs in his career so far, which was 27 years old. So what, 10-year career,
okay, yeah. Right?
3 jobs. One of them, same, 9-year career. It was a year less in career, a 9-year career instead of a 10-year career. One guy with a 10-year career had 3 jobs. The guy with a 9-year career had 11 jobs. 11.
Ooh.
And I spoke to the guy who sat below me. I was like, does that ring any alarm bells with you? And he went, yeah, actually. It's like, this guy gets bored very quickly and moves on to a different thing. So what we did in the end was we picked the guy who had the 3 jobs, right? Like, they were neck and neck. They were basically the same. We could have gone either way and it would have been fair. So we picked the guy who'd had 3 jobs. And then another part of the business was hiring. And this candidate who had 11 jobs applied again, got an interview. And the hiring manager gave him the role. Cool, fine, no problems with that at all. 6 months later, he left. And I was like, we picked well. We made the right choice.
Yeah.
God, this is fucking fiddly, this shit, chat. Ugh.
Mike appears to be grey.
Mike is great. You still have your studio? We do still have our studio, mate. Every Tuesday and Thursday you can find us in the studio, sir. We do have a grey name, chat. We've got 18 members to go for target in 6 minutes. You haven't kept up the member a minute thing.
Pub I worked at years ago, the manager would bin CVs if he didn't like their font choice. Wow.
Okay.
Are you allowed to do that? Do you have to tell your friends if they want to come and work in the pub, make sure you don't choose Times New Roman? Don't do that one. He doesn't like that one. Although I suppose if you've gone for a really arty, edgy font, that could just be difficult to read your information.
So Liam, 3 favors factions and why?
Oh, interesting. It changes and it moves around quite a lot, Dave. My current favourite is probably... Thank you, Morty Hammer, for the 1 gifted. My current favourite is probably Kruelboyz because of the Tolkien-esque vibe. I like the concept of being able to build, essentially, a kind of Lord of the Rings-y style army in Age of Sigmar. That makes me happy, right? So, probably Kruelboyz to start. Second...
It was a shit pub. Loved it.
Second is probably the Lumineth. Their narrative is cool as shit. I love the high elf vibe and their model range. The model range is beautiful. I know you don't like the big cow people. I like the big cow people. So that'd probably be Lumineth. Big fan of Lumineth. Third is the toughest one, and it's a toss-up. It would be Ossiarch Bone Reapers if their model range was a bit nicer. I don't love their model range. Sorry, Schooner. I know you're a big OBR fan. I don't love their model range. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Their narrative, however, is some of the coolest. I love the Ossiarch Bone Reaper narrative. So we won't give it to those based on the fact that their model range doesn't quite stand up. Nighthaunt. Their narrative's kind of cool, but I don't know if it's grim dark enough for me. It can be a bit comical at times. Their model range is pretty, but they lack a little bit of diversity in their model range, which they kind of have to be able to produce the kind of models that they do for Nighthaunt. So it won't be Nighthaunt. I would probably... it's a toss-up, I reckon, between modern age Stormcast, not the first stuff, the stuff that's coming out more recently, the narrative that's coming out more recently. It's a toss-up between that Stormcast and I fucking love dragons, or Idneth Deepkin. Idneth Deepkin have incredible narrative. They're really AOS because they're elves, but they're not elves in any conventional sense. And the way their narrative works is mental. That they come ashore and harvest souls is cool as shit, right? So I'd probably, and their model range is stunning. So I'd probably go Idneth for the third, I reckon. So yeah, I reckon Kruelboyz at the moment is top for me. Lumineth close second. Idneth third, but arguably tied with Stormcast. Because I fucking love dragons. That's where I'm going to settle, like that. How about you, Dave? Give yourself a pat on the back if you guessed it right. Gits, Soulblight, Slaves to Darkness. Soulblight's amazing. Gloomspite Gits are amazing as well, to be fair. 100%. Gloomspite, Seraphon, Iron Jaws. I don't love the Iron Jaws. Wet Elves also have the big turtle. They do have the big turtle. The big turtle's cool as shit. Them's facts. So I'm hoping now, so I've put the base on, I've built the little man with the thingy, and I've built the other little thingy with the thingy. What I'm hoping I can do here with these thingies is I'm hoping I can push for it all, and that will allow me to take it apart for painting. Thank you for that one gifted, by the way, Mordy Hammer. I know you nailed Mr. Svensson straight away, you hero. This glue is Revel Contactor Professional. Cheaper than GW stuff, and probably better. So that push fit in there quite nicely, that's good. A good job lately when we do these streams, babe, of picking models and literally takes the duration of the stream to make. Because if you look at the stream time, if I just pop the last piece in, he's done.
Ta-da!
What a fucking cool model. It's a giant crossbow. Look at that, chat. Look at that for a model. Fucking cool as shit, isn't it? From a giant crossbow at you. Yenis Drool Cabbage Dragon. He's great name, chat. Great name. Great name. You've got no minutes left to gift 17 members. Clutching now. What a stunning kit. Super fucking cool. Big fan of that. And if you weren't aware, super fucking cool is a bit cooler than just normal cool. You yawning over there. Yeah. Soulblight Gravelords, Stormcast Sentinels, the Dark Oath stuff of the Slaves of Darkness pushed me over. So the Dark Oath stuff. If we're talking sub factions, which I guess I kind of am because of Kruelboyz, Dark Oath 100% got my attention when Slaves of Darkness previously had no attention from me whatsoever. Dark Oath 100% got my attention because that fucking stuff is amazing. It's literally like Chaos fucking Vikings. They're like, oh, the new Slaves of Darkness models. I was like, yeah, I'm not really bothered. Here's Dark Oath. I was like, ooh. Morty Hammer, thank you for one more gifted. Oh, we got Sex Machine.
Sax Machine. Oh, we got a drummer and a saxophone player.
We're starting the new Great Hall Band.
Great Hall Beats.
Great Hall Harmony.
Ooh.
Thank you, Mordy Hammer. Up to 84. 16 to go. It's 1 and 3 5s, that is, chat. Or it's 1, 1, 5 and a 10. Or it's 2 10s. Or it's 3 50s. 3 50s will do it. Why are you shaking your head for? Basic maths, Luce.
You get too many frills off that. You need to go outside more.
Touch grass. Okay. We did some hobbying. Literally, Chaos Vikings. I didn't get the box set, no. GW sent it to us, I think, and I gave it to Joe to add to his Slave to Darkness. And often in these circumstances, what I have to do is I have to take the box. I have to not open it when it turns up in my house. I have to send it to, or give it to Joe, because if I open it, he'll never get his hands on it. And if he doesn't get his hands on it, half the time it will never see the light of stream. So that's what I have to do. I have to just give up the stuff that I want to open and build, because it's better that we get it on camera. But yeah. Anywho, right, we're done. We've done some great hobby. Hopefully you guys have been posting in the hobby along section. I'll go and have a look in that in a minute whilst we're cleaning the kitchen and say, well done everyone, you're amazing people. But thank you for hanging out with us tonight, you amazing humans. We are back this week with a normal stream schedule. So barring any major issues, normal Liam and Joe AOS show tomorrow. We're going to be setting up for the new AOS and talking through the rules with each other, prepping for the evening. 7:30, the intent is to go live with the 4th edition game of Age of Sigmar here on the channel. Wednesday at 7:30, we've got the Warhammer show. Thursday, we've got the Liam and Joe show at 1:30, and then an extra special live game of Horus Heresy, because Mr. McCardle's in the studio playing with Joe, because I don't want to play Heresy. And then on Friday at 8:30, we've got 40k After Dark. So you have a whole week of wonderful content to look forward to. Are you right there?
Yeah.
You beautiful people. Okay. Thank you so much for all the gifteds. Didn't hit target, but, you know, I'll let you off because it is Monday. It's a slow start to the week. But thank you so much for all the gifteds. Thank you so much for all the super chats. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being amazing. And we'll see you. Did you want to say anything?
No.
Good. Okay, we'll see you in the next one.